So when it comes to you, my gorgeous Pisces, what you should be working on when it comes to the actual month of November, what you should be paying attention to is the part of your life that you are feeling stuck. Okay, so this in itself, it's important because it is going to require from you to kind of come up with a plan. It is going to require from you to think a little bit, because there is some kind of a thinking progress and process that is going to be super important when it comes to this as well. So first of all, it's like an element of your life that you are feeling so stuck with, but at the same time, it's representing the part of your life that it's actually making you feel really unhappy, and it's affecting you more than you could possibly imagine. This in itself, it's very strongly connected to your karma, and it's very strongly connected to your spiritual journey. So therefore, it's a lot to do with your soul purpose being kind of highlighted through that situation. Not your soul purpose as such, but when it comes to you making a really important step in order to get so much closer to your actual soul purpose or a spiritual purpose. You already may be aware of like what your soul purpose is or your spiritual purpose is. So this is only going to be an added benefit. This is only going to be an added bonus in the form of you like kind of moving towards the right direction, like going even further and evolving as much as you possibly can. And for those of you, my gorgeous Piscelini, who are not aware of what your spiritual purpose is, you working on the part of your life that you feel so stuck, this is going to also reveal your spiritual purpose to you by the end of November, and already in the December, for those at the beginning of December, for those of you who knows what your spiritual purpose or your soul purpose is, for those of you who are aware of this, this very sacred thing in our lives, you are going to have a very strong indication at the beginning of December, like what the progress you're actually making. There is something very important that is going to become so attractive to you, and this is going to be a sign that you should go for it, because it's to do with your evolvement, spiritual evolvement. So it's going to come to you in a form of you suddenly feeling like very, oh my god, very kind of keen and eager to investigate and explore the certain part of your life that it's going to become evident at the beginning of December 2022. And for those of you who do not know what your spiritual or your soul purpose is, the beginning of December, it is going to start revealing to you what your soul purpose is, what your spiritual purpose is. To some of you, you're going to know almost immediately. And to some of you, you're going to have like a certain steps, to work on, certain stages to work on. However, there are going to be very important glimpses that you are going to become aware of. And it's also going to come to you in form of you feeling very kind of attracted towards certain things in life that are also going to become absolutely obvious, like there is no tomorrow. So my gorgeous Piscelini, the answer, what you should be working on when it comes to the month of November is which part of your life do you feel stuck? Do you feel like it's stuck? Okay, because that part of your life needs to go. That part of your life, it's coming to an end. But you can't do it quickly, like really quickly. You can't do it really abruptly. You just have to do one step at a time, because this is going to require a thinking process. And when something requires thinking process, then it means that, the things are not going to happen like overnight, straight away. Do you know what I mean? So it's all about you still finding out certain things about yourself that you are going to be able to use, when it comes to making a really big decisions in life, when it comes to making a really big choices in life, which are absolutely going to become evident by the end of the actual November 2022. So that's why I need you to understand to not to rush with absolutely anything, but at this moment in time, what you need to do, it's like kind of just see kind of how do you feel about it, what do you think that the first step should be, how you can do things without kind of like maybe upsetting like maybe certain people, or how you can do things, how you can start doing certain things without a kind of allowing this to really affect other stages of your life, so this is why you just have to do things like a very methodically and rather slowly. But what you need to do is just from the beginning of November November, if you possibly can, just try to identify, try to establish what's making you feel so unhappy, what's making you feel so negative, what's making you feel so sad, because this is also to do with an aspect of your life that it's making you feel really kind of like unhappy in so many different ways. And now you're going to realize, you know, it's just all going to come to you, that, you know, you're the only one who can actually do something with it. So my gorgeous Pisces, it's all about you working on that particular part of your life, how you can move on from it, and most importantly, how you can replace that part of your life with something else. And I'm telling you that there are already going to be very interesting opportunities by the end of the actual November, and only you identifying and knowing what's making you feel so unhappy, what you don't want in your life anymore. This actually came to an end a long time ago, but now it's kind of entirely up to you, like what is making you feel like so stuck, you know. You know, this part of your life means that this karmically came to an end, and as soon as you're kind of like aware of this, you know, this in itself, it's like already going to start a certain progress and a certain process. You just being aware of it and you wanting to do something about it. As I said, it's just a lot to do with like you understanding not to rush, but at the same time just try to do things methodically. This is something that you can't do straight away. You can make a certain decision straight away, but when it comes to you starting to do things, you need to understand that you've got the whole month of November, and as soon as you establish it, as soon as you start thinking about it, another thing I was going to say is that there's like only a day or two after, you will see, as soon as you make this like kind of like decision with yourself, as soon as you focus on it, oh yeah, I want this to stop, I want this cut out of my life. So as soon as you do this, something is already going to happen within your mind, within your spirit. But then like about, I would say like 2 or 3 days later, already there's certain like steps that you're going to become aware of. There's certain other things that you're going to become aware of that you didn't know before when it comes to your life, and when it comes to this part of your life that's making you feel so stuck. You know, there's so many other things that you're already going to find out, that you're going to understand and see exactly why was I telling you to not to actually rush with any kind of decisions or anything like that. At the moment, you just keep certain things to yourself, and this in itself, my gorgeous Pisces, it's going to show you the whole new world of opportunities. Okay, this is going to be an important stage, and by the time you come to you get to the beginning of December, you will see exactly what is going to happen to you, whether you are aware of your spiritual purpose or whether you are still looking to try to find out what your soul or spiritual purpose on this earth is. This is really kind of going to help you to understand life on a completely different level in the best possible way, and you will see exactly what I mean. Okay, my gorgeous Pisces, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take these tarot cards, and I'm just going to see what the tarot cards, an additional tarot card, is actually going to reveal as well. What an additional tarot card is going to reveal, my gorgeous Pisces. Okay, so now you see what I mean. This became a huge burden. There's part of your life that you feel stuck in. I know I said this about 5 million times, but this is just another strong indication that on one hand, you know, this became like a huge burden in your life. Okay, a huge burden. And then on another hand, this is also a really great news that you just need to make one final push. This is the final push that I'm talking about. Just understanding that the power of November is also, November is ridiculously powerful when it comes to our manifestation and us having such a strong power, you know, to actually manifest things so much quicker, so much sooner. We find this energy really sharp and beneficial purely because our manifestation can happen much quicker, much sooner. But at the same time, it's to do with the 11th month of the year, number 11, double one. So it's all about our spiritual awakening, like taking, you know what I mean, like helping us out a lot. It's to do with our spiritual awakening on one hand, but on another hand, through our own spiritual awakening, our power to manifest things, it's going to be so much more kind of, you know, intense, so much more powerful. So this is showing that, you know, what you already are aware of, that this became like a really big burden in your life. But then on another hand, this is also showing you that it's just one little final push that you are going to need to make, and that's exactly what I was talking about here. Okay, my gorgeous Pisces, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.